My nephew Rob is on the camera. I got the red Puerto Penasco headband on. Yes, I have like 30 of them. And we're gonna smoke the shit out of some chicken wings. Let's go! Let's make this rub. I just made this up, so we're gonna see what happens. First ingredient, 2 tablespoons of Frank's Red Hot seasoning. So the #1 ingredient in this is salt. So we're gonna do very little salt after that. So this is Frank's Red Hot dry seasoning. I actually got that at Sam's Club. So that goes in 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of pepper, 2 tablespoons of garlic, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of paprika, about 2 teaspoons of cayenne, 2 teaspoons of cumin, and about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Pretty simple, right, Robster? So we gotta make this, we gotta smash this rub up a little bit. Get those little clumps of brown sugar kind of broke down in there. And then here's what we'll do. We will take this rub, I think that's pretty well incorporated. We'll take this rub. See, I made enough to have a little bit left over, because if I like it, then I'll put it in a little shaker when I'm done. And I'll call it the chicken wing rub or something like that. And take a quick sip. I'm drinking real cheap, non-craft beer today. Just a nice little Michelob Ultra, 95 calories, refreshing. All right, here's how I do it. Right hand, olive oil, to just cover them so that this stuff sticks. That's just, I would call that a covering. Maybe it's a tablespoon, if that. And then I go with a nice, generous handful and I just spread it like this. And then what I do, regardless of the rub that I'm using, again, you see me do this with my hands all the time with every meal that I make. I put some on and then I toss it and then I see what I think about it. Do I have enough on there? Do I not have enough on there? Rob, do I have enough on there?
Looks like it.
You think so? See,
maybe,
I think
maybe
that's,
a little more.
yeah, I still think that's pretty white. Yeah. Like I think, here's the thing now. Let's have a quick conversation. I love chicken thighs. I love chicken wings, okay? You don't have to kill these with stuff, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna smoke them and then finish them on, it's gonna all be on the smoker, but then we're gonna get a little bit hotter at the end on the grill to crisp up the skin when it's all said and done. And I'm gonna make a little Frank's Red Hot wing sauce, Bubba's Backyard Grilling sauce, and I think that'll be it. I'll mix that up and maybe a little melted butter in there to just give them a nice base with about 10-15 minutes left. So I don't have to kill them with seasoning. So Rob, you're actually closer to right than not right, but I still wanna just do just a little bit more. And then what we're gonna do is, we're just gonna let these sit and rest for about 30 minutes, just like this. And then we will take them to the smoke shop. We're in Arizona and it's hot as shit out, but that does not mean that we don't do a little bit of smoking of some wings. So, what was that noise?
My phone.
Rob's getting text. He might have to check a quick snap. All right, look at, this is the Vision right here. It's basically a knockoff of the Green Egg. So, I got some coals going in the bottom. See how they're nice and glowing? A couple little pieces of wood on there. So now you might say, Nick, there's no smoke coming out of there. Aren't you smoking something? Yes. Here's how you do it. Once you get it in there, see these little vents? These little vents right here. I'll close this vent and I'll just have this one open to like 2. And then this little daisy wheel, isn't that cool that I knew that that's called a daisy wheel? This daisy wheel, see this 1, 2, 3? That's the amount of air that is coming through the top of that daisy wheel. I'll put it just in between 0 and 1. So what it's gonna do is basically stop the fire of what's in there, and it's just gonna make everything that's in there kind of smoke and smolder up. And so that's the flavor that we're looking for on this. So I'll leave those as is right now, but what we'll do here is I like to put these, so what I did was I cleaned it a little bit. I like to leave some of the flavor on there because that's how I am. I cleaned it a little bit, and then I just run a little canola oil over the grates. And then what I like to do is, this one's got a fat piece on it. We'll leave that on there, crisp up skin. I like to put these down just like this with that tail up. See, that sizzle is not, I really don't want that sizzle, so I'm gonna actually leave this open for a few minutes. sizzle is something that you get when you're trying to actually grill something. So that sizzle means that this is too hot right now. And I won't know that it's too hot until I close this and actually see the temperature. And then I'll be able to regulate that daisy wheel. And then all this is doing is airflow. I'll be able to regulate that based on how I want it to be. So I'm gonna put the rest of these on here, and then we'll do a quick, I'm gonna do like an hour and a half at about 300 degrees on these with the smoke on them, and we'll see if that finishes them off. So I'm gonna finish putting these on, and we'll do a halfway checkpoint. About halfway done on the chicken. We're gonna go out there and check that. But so I did flip it after about 25 minutes just to start getting smoke on the other side. And it's been another 25 minutes since then, so about 45 minutes, 50 minutes in there. It's ready for a baste for the last 30 minutes. So here's what I got. This is about a tablespoon and a half of melted butter, okay? I got my little brush in there. And then I'm gonna go, I got my Bubba sauce, Mike Kaminsky's Bubba sauce. I'm gonna go with that much Bubba sauce. What was that? Like a quarter cup, something like that. So I was going to put this in the little ramekins that I use, or the little bowls that I use to get ready to film this portion of it. And Rob goes, "That's your thing of Frank's Red Hot wing sauce?" And I go, "Well, yeah." He goes, "Who's it for?" I go, "Well, it's just us that live here. This is an absurdly big thing of Frank's Red Hot." So when Frank's says, "I put that blank on everything," I'm a Frank's guy, so I kind of put it on a lot of things. So the amount of Frank's that we're gonna put in this is that much. So you might be thinking to yourself, that looks like a lot of sauce. I'm actually gonna get a little, I'm gonna get a little whisk to do this. Follow me to the whisk drawer. So you might be thinking to yourself, here's a whisk, small little mini whisk. That seems like a lot to put onto just based on chicken wings. And the answer is, it is a lot. However, what we're going to, and I gotta get this butter incorporated. See, what we're gonna do is, we're just gonna baste those wings. We're gonna give them a good baste, but then we're gonna use this as like a little dipping sauce at the end, so that if you want a little bit more of this heat, sweet heat with a little butter in it, if you want a little bit more of it, you can dip your wing in there once you're done. So, all right, let's, how about this? I'll meet you, grill. Come in over here and let's see what temp we're working on. Still 300. These things are amazing. They hold their temperature. I still have the flywheel open only in between 0 and 1. Look at that smoke still coming out. All right, let's take a look and see what we got here. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Can you get a real tight, like right up there, just like that kind of sizzling skin? Got a couple nice black parts around. All right, so what I like to do here is just give a nice and liberal, like this. Hear it all smoking in the bottom now? That's gonna actually get them coals re-fired up. I'm gonna have to leave this open for a few minutes, so. All right, Rob, here's where we're at. I'm gonna finish greasing these bad boys up with this sauce. 20 more minutes, and then I'm gonna show you what the final product looks like. All right, here we go, people. The wings are off of the grill.
Dude, that's fine.
Tony put on.
I thought you were test running. I was flapping.
No, yeah, you're getting the hunch in. You're getting the lean in. The huncho lean in. Tony put on Migos on the Alexa. So hold on, before we try these, let's get in here real quick. Give it a. Turn it over a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tone, what do we look like over on this one?
Flip it around.
Oh yeah. Look at that
Yeah.
light glistening off it. Just nice. All right. Let's see. How do you guys break that? How do you break the wing? Nice. All right. That came apart very nice. Are you gonna do a dip? Tone, you doing a dip? Or are you gonna go straight with the
sauce?
All right, Rob's got his bite. Tony got his bite. He got a little stuff on his lip. You all about that? All right. So, Let's take a look over here. Look at that little nest. That's a nest of wings right there. So Rob, Tony, what do I say at the end of my videos? It is what?
It's possible.
No, possible? What are you talking about? You're obviously not a subscriber.
I know.
It's the end.
Oh.
Wing time!